Good evening, everyone. If you would like to join me in rise, join me. I will be reciting the Lord's Prayer, and then be after that, do the pledge, and matter of leading that. If you join me in the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. I now officially call the meeting of the Sevier County Board of Commissioners to order. And the first order of business is the roll call. And commissioners, if you would please press present. I've got. There we go.
It's here.
We'll get him here in a minute. Now, I think we're ready to go. Madam Clerk, would you please announce the number present?
24 present, 1 absent.
Okay, we do have a quorum. Second item on our agenda, we'll now move to item number 3, which is consideration of appointment of the Sevier County Highway Superintendent. Position of Sevier County Road Superintendent was vacated due to the resignation of Jonas Smeltzer effective September the 1st, 2025. For TCA, Mr. Smeltzer appointed Donnie Adams as the interim road superintendent for no more than 120 days until the Board of Commissioners appoints a successor. The Sevier County Board of Commissioners will now fill this seat effective tonight until the election, which the primary is in May, general election is August, and this term would end August 31st, and the new term begins September 1st. Commissioners may make a motion to nominate a candidate to fill this vacant seat. Nomination must receive a second. Members of the audience may make a recommendation by stepping to the podium to be recognized by the chair. However, a commissioner must then submit a motion and receive a second to place that recommendation in consideration by the full commission. Nominees must be certified by the Tennessee Highway Official Certification Board. The steering committee of the Sevier County Board of Commissioners has submitted a recommendation of Donnie Adams, and that recommendation must also receive a motion and a second. Okay, commissioners, do I have, first, let me ask the audience, is there anyone in the audience that would like to step forward? And you can step to the podium, state your name, and state the name of the person you would like to be considered to be nominated for the position of Sevier County Highway Superintendent. So do we have anyone in the audience that would like to make a nomination at this time? Seeing no one from the audience to make a nomination, I'll now say, commissioners, do I have nominations for candidates to fill the position of Sevier County Road Superintendent?
Make a motion
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Delius. Do we have a second? We have a second. We have a motion and a second to elect Donnie Adams as the position of Sevier County Road Superintendent. Now, do we have any other nominations? Hearing no nominations, are we ready to vote? Do we have any discussion on this nomination?
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
We've had a motion and a second here on
This is, yeah, right, this is, you don't have it on the screen, right, Madam Clerk? Is it on the screen? So it is on the screen, okay.
Adam made the motion, and Mike Chambers second.
Okay, thank you. I was under, yeah. Our clerk thought that we were just gonna do this by, show of hands or, a call of roll by her and not electronically. So, therefore, since we are doing it electronically, we do have a motion and a second.
Mr. Chairman, we could put it in the record.
Yes, there is a second to the motion. According to the electronic, its motion was made by Commissioner Madron and second was made by Commissioner Chambers. So now we're back on track. Do we have any discussion concerning this nomination?
I move on, I make the motion, we move on before it changes.
Okay, I'd love to recognize that motion, but I can't. Seeing no further discussions then, Madam Clerk, would you please proceed to the vote?
Voice vote, we need to do a voice vote.
It's set as a voice vote, so they can just do a show of hands.
Okay,
Let's
you.
do a voice vote on that.
So we're not on the screen, we're able to do a motion in a second, but we're gonna do a voice vote. Okay, all in favor of the nomination of Donnie Adams to fill the position of Sevier County Road Superintendent, please indicate so by saying aye. Aye. All opposed likewise. Unanimous, the ayes have it, and Mr. Adams has been elected road superintendent.
Would you recognize Mr. Adams as the sworn in?
We're getting ready to swear him in. No, we're gonna do that in person. I'll ask Donnie and Amber, and Jonas and Teresa, you all come up? Okay. I think Amber's got the Bible.
This is a rough road to get there, but we might take it.
Okay, we're gonna take some pictures. So we yeah. Okay. Left hand on the Bible. Raise your right hand. After I read it, you want to say, I do, just like you did when you got married. I, Donald B. Adams, do solemnly swear that I will perform with fidelity the duties of the office to which I have been elected and which I am about to assume. I do solemnly swear to support the constitutions of Tennessee and the United States and to faithfully perform the duties of the office of Road Superintendent for Sevier County, Tennessee. So help me God. I do. Okay, congratulations. Now, Brad, you want to say a word?
I want to start out by thanking the commissioners for all the support you've given me. We've all worked together quite a bit over the years, some more than others, but I think I've worked with all of you at one point in time or another. And I also want to thank my family and thank my wife for always standing behind me. I hope you all have a great Christmas.
Get this paperwork out of the way. Now, we'll proceed to the next item of business on the agenda, which is item number 4, consideration of the minutes of the previous meeting. You should have received those in the mail. Madam Clerk, would you please bring the proposed minutes to the floor for action? Do I have a motion and a second to approve the minutes? I do have a motion and a second to approve the minutes. Now, do we have any discussion, any amendments, additions, or corrections to the minutes as presented? Seeing no further discussion or action, Madam Clerk, would you please proceed to the vote? Commissioners, would you cast your votes? Would anyone like to change their vote? Hearing no request to change the vote, Madam Clerk, would you please announce the vote?
24 yes votes.
Minutes have been properly adopted. Next is consideration of reports from various commission committees. So, Madam Clerk, if you would please bring those reports to the floor for action. We have a motion and a second to approve the reports as presented. Now, do we have any discussion, amendments, addition, or corrections to the minutes of the various committees that have met the previous month? Seeing no further discussion or action, Madam Clerk, would you please bring the commission committee vote to the floor, and commissioners, would you please proceed to cast your votes? Would anyone like to change your vote? Hearing no requests to change the vote, Madam Clerk, would you please announce the vote?
24 yes votes.
Committee minutes have been approved. We're now down to item number 6, which is public comment on agenda items and public hearing on rezoning items. So first we'll have public comment on agenda items, and we have one request to speak on an agenda item we have, which is Resolution 2025-12-11 in your packet. And I will recognize Mr. David Seal, if he'd come to the podium. Mr. Seal.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm David Seal. I'm one of your neighbors from Jefferson County. I served on the commission over there for a period of time. And I was noticing that you all put humor in your meeting just like we do sometimes, only ours is a little bit more argumentative than yours. I'm actually here to comment on the real estate transfer tax, and I'm trying to get about $4 million a year of extra revenue for you all. In fact, I'm trying to get that for every county in the state. I've got a prepared statement on the real estate transfer tax legislation, then at the end I'll be happy to answer any questions. Sevier County generates about $8.5 million of revenue from the real estate transfer tax each year, based on data from the Tennessee Department of Revenue. Each time a deed is recorded, a fee of 37 cents per $100 of value is assessed and sent to the state. That adds up to a lot of money, and right now it's all going to the state coffers. The tax has been in existence for several decades. There's pending legislation to return 50% of the revenue to each county where the tax is generated. The bill numbers are SB 1080 and HB 649, respectively, in the Senate and House. And those numbers are in your resolution of the same. If we can get this legislation passed, Sevier County would get around $4 million per year to use on road projects, debt service, and capital projects. And there's even a provision in there such that the money could be used as matching money for grants, state and federal grants. It's very good that you've addressed the resolution to the governor in the state legislative delegation. However, I would suggest you send a copy to the members of the State Funding Board for consideration. That's the Comptroller, the Secretary of State, the State Treasurer, and the Commissioner of Finance. And the reason for that is those individuals serve as financial advisors to the governor, and I'll provide you with their contact information and a packet on these bills. So I'll send that to Commissioner Foster, and then I would assume you could forward it to the full body. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. We need the governor to include this funding in the legislation. We need him to put it in the budget proposal for the next fiscal year. That's going to make our lobby efforts a lot easier than it would if we had to find the funding for this real estate transfer tax otherwise. I'm sending you the text of the legislation, the bill history, the fiscal review note, which explains the bill in greater detail, and a county-by-county list of revenue, county by county, in the state of Tennessee. It starts at Anderson County and goes all the way through Wilson County. I'll also give you the contact information for the State Funding Board membership. Could I answer any questions for you?
Any questions from any member of the commission? Sorry.
Dave, I got a question. It looked like the history of the bill, there've been a number of sponsors added. Do you know how many house sponsors there are, how many are supporting?
There's probably 12 or 14 co-sponsors right now. Senator Seal, our senator for this area, signed on about a week ago. My friend Senator Bowling signed on about a week before that, and Senator Briggs of Knox County signed on about a week before that. So we're adding sponsors all the time, and part of my lobby efforts is to gain more sponsors. The most important thing, though, that we can do is convince the governor and funding board to put this in their budget proposal. It's going to make the whole thing a lot easier. So yes, we're adding co-sponsors by the day.
Other questions or comments from the commission?
Dave, I really appreciate your help on this matter.
Okay, thank you,
You're welcome.
Commissioner Foster, and Mr. Chairman, thank you, and members of the board. Have a good evening.
Thank you, Mr. Seal.
You got 40 minutes. Thank you.
Okay. Next item of business is public hearing on rezoning items. And we have resolution 2025-12-01, which is amending the zoning resolution for Sevier County, Tennessee. So I'll recognize our planner, Mr. Temple, if he wants to come up and discuss. Well, first I'll have this public hearing and then let you discuss it. Do we have anybody in the audience that would like to comment on resolution 2025-12-01? Anyone? Now I'll ask Mr. Temple to come forward.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. What I'm bringing you tonight is a complete restatement of our zoning resolution and an amendment to just a few items. We found some typographical errors in a review we did. We are amending section 308, which is where our signs are. We reorganized it for the most part. We did change some language to make sure that off-premises signs are not allowed in the county. Made it and tried to shore that up. And the restatement is to just most of the document is being restated. This was on the recommendation of the legal counsel at CTAS and our county attorney. Except for these few items that we're changing, we're not changing anything in the regulations tonight. It's the same thing we've been operating under for the last couple of years, basically since 2019. So we ask for your It has been, ask your vote to approve this. It has been recommended to you by the City of Sevierville's Planning Commission, our County Planning Commission, and the Pigeon Forge Planning Commission. I have to go to Sevierville Pigeon Forge because they have their planning regions are governed by this zoning regulation. So under state law, I have to take it to them for their recommendation to you. If you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer.
Have the three cities, far as planning on signage, did they already have it placed on off-river signs?
Yeah, we have it. We've had that in there since 2019. On advice of county legal counsel, we're tweaking it a little bit to make it a little more, to make it very clear they are prohibited.
What do you mean by the word tweak? How did we tweak it?
We basically changed the word from not being permitted to prohibited. It's pretty clear. If they're prohibited, they're prohibited.
Mr. Temple, who reviewed this language for the county? Which lawyer?
Tyler Husky and the legal counsel at CTAS.
There have been a number of cases, including our state Supreme Court, that weighed in on this issue. This specifically 54, which is terminated with unconstitutional. So you're confident that they reviewed those cases?
That has to do with if you contest the language on the sign. If you just contest the placement of the sign, that doesn't fall under what the Supreme Court said. So we understand it.
It's about the language before what is being specified on the sign.
Yeah. It has to be. You can't have a sign that's off premise of what it's advertising. So,
Mr. Temple,
yes.
does this proposal in any way alter or affect the current policy on building height?
No, sir. Nothing of that. That is not included in this resolution anywhere. We're leaving it exactly the way it is.
Thank you.
How about as far as critical slope?
There's nothing in here tonight changes anything than what we have today on the critical slope issues.
Let me say, and Mr. Temple alluded to this, that we have a working group that includes him and our building inspector and stormwater folks, and environmental health folks, and all of those are meeting in my office. And at some point in time, in the next several meetings, we will bring some revisions to you, and it will be revisions to our hillside regulations, I think, first, and then there's some more revisions that make them simpler and easier to understand and easier to enforce, and then there'll be some more revisions later on in the year. But right now, we're just passing exactly what is in the regulations because of some notice issues that we've had in the past.
Yes.
To clear those notice issues up. That's what this is all about.
Yes, sir.
Old signs grandfathered in?
Excuse me?
Are the old signs grandfathered?
If there's a sign there that was before 2019, it's grandfathered.
Chairman, is this something that has to be done?
Reason being is because of the notice issues, in order to make to make sure that everything is effective, it has to be done today. And again, this is just the restating of what we presently have in the rules. Nothing has changed, just a restating, and it's mainly to comply with some notice issues that we've had in the past.
But if we go ahead and approve it, and then if we do a revision, you're saying possibly do a revision?
Yeah, there will be some proposed revisions to this later on in future meetings, but none of that is in any of this that we're voting on tonight. Other questions from the commission?
Call for the question.
Okay, hearing none. Madam Clerk, would you please advance the voting screen? Item number 7, consideration of 2025-12-01, amending the zoning resolution for Tennessee, for Sevier County, Tennessee. Please bring that to the floor. We have a motion and a second to approve. We've had discussion and questions, so Madam Clerk, let's proceed to vote. Commissioners, would you please cast your votes? Would anyone like to change their vote? Hearing no request to change the vote, Madam Clerk, would you please announce the vote?
24 yes votes.
Resolution has been properly adopted. We'll now move to item number 8, which is consideration of Resolution 2025-12-02, which is to appoint members to the Sevier County Beer Board. Madam Clerk, please bring that resolution to the floor for action. We have a motion and a second to approve it. You have that resolution in your packet, and we are reappointing certain members. Chris Young and Greg Howe. Do you have any questions or discussion? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, would you please move to the voting screen? Commissioners, would you please cast your votes? Would anyone like to change their vote? Hearing no request to change the vote, Madam Clerk, would you please announce the vote?
24 yes votes.
24 yes votes. Resolution been properly adopted. We're now on item number 9, consideration of resolution 2025-12-03 to appoint certain members of the Sevier County Industrial Board. You have that resolution before you. Madam Clerk, would you please advance to the voting screen? We have discussion or questions concerning the resolution. This is the appointment of 2 members. Their term expires December 31st in 2030. They are Candace Morton and Phil Whaley. They are presently on the Industrial Board. Do we have any discussion? Hearing no discussion, Madam Clerk, would you please move to the voting screen? Resolution 2025-12-03. Members, cast your vote. Would anyone like to change the vote? Madam Clerk, please announce the vote.
24 yes votes.
Resolution been properly adopted. We're now down to item number 10, which is consideration of resolution 2025-12-04 to appoint certain members of the Sevier County Public Building Authority. Madam Clerk, would you please advance the resolution for action? We have a motion and a second. Do we have any discussion or questions concerning the resolution? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, would you please advance to the voting screen? Commissioners, cast your votes. Would anyone like to change your vote? Hearing no request to change the vote, Madam Clerk, would you please announce the vote?
24 yes votes.
Item number 11, consideration of resolution 2025-12-05 to appoint members to the Sevier County Health, Education, and Housing Facilities Board. Madam Clerk, would you please bring the resolution up for consideration? Now, do we have discussion or questions on the resolution? Again, this is the same 2 members who are presently a member of that board.
You don't let him come
Yes.
That's what I was thinking.
The Industrial Board and the Sevier County Health and Education Facilities Board meet very infrequently. So they have all three of these boards have the same members on them. We would hate for that too, Commissioner Davis. Other discussion or questions? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, you've advanced to the voting screen. Commissioners, cast your votes. Oh, I'm not sure he'd want to be on the beer board. He's serving on too many now. Anyone like to change their vote? Hearing no request to change the vote, Madam Clerk, would you please announce the vote?
24 yes votes.
Resolution's been properly adopted. We're down to item number 12, consideration of resolution 2025-12-06 to amend the county's policy to apply restricted funds first in all county funds. Madam Clerk, would you please bring that resolution for action? It has been properly made and seconded. I will ask our finance director, and I guess representative from Cumberland here, both to briefly explain this resolution. Gibson, thank you.
Scott Gibson with Cumberland Securities, County's financial advisor. This resolution on the agenda will correct an issue in your audit. We don't know when, but several years ago there was a motion that somehow got made and we were using restricted funds improperly. So this resolution will bring it back into compliance with GASB. It also mitigates some potential IRS rules and regulations that are out there, and getting it back to where it follows GASB will mitigate those issues too. So that's the purpose of this first resolution.
Question concerning the resolution? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, would you please advance the voting screen? Commissioners, would you please cast your votes? Anyone like to change your vote? Hearing no request to change the vote, Madam Clerk, would you please announce the vote?
24 yes votes.
Item number 13, consideration of resolution 2025-12-07, authorize the issuance, sale, and payment of general obligation interfund capital outlay notes in an aggregate principal amount of not to exceed $7,400,000. Madam Clerk, would you please bring that resolution to the floor for action? Now recognize
So
Gibson or
this resolution will be, the funds will be used for capital projects. It's an interfund loan. We will get permission. If you approve it tonight, we have to get permission from the comptroller's office. We are prepared to do that. And the cost of doing this is zero. So there's no cost involved. You'll be borrowing funds internally between your funds, and we did help set the resolution up, but there's no cost to the county.
as I understand it, these funds here will be used primarily for the senior center, right?
4.2 is for the Kodak library portion.
4.2 for the Kodak library.
And then the rest for the senior center,
Yes, $1
correct?
million for the Justice Center.
4.2 is to pay off the Kodak library that's just been completed and opened, and then the senior center is the rest of them. And as you may know, we are moving forward with the senior center. It is approximately, the expansion down there is approximately $7 million, and about $3 million of that has been pledged by Ms. Dolly Parton and her foundation. And then the rest will come from, we've already got $1 million in bonds that we previously issued, and then the rest will come from that. And we have talked with the city of Sevierville about participating in this, and I think they have indicated that they're willing to participate as well. So this project, this makes the funds available for the expansion of the senior center and paying what we owe on the Kodak Library, which was opened recently. Questions about this resolution, members of the commission?
This is 20-year note, right? 20-year.
No, it'll be paid off. It's an interfund, and y'all are scheduled to pay it off before June 30th of this year. So it'll be issued and paid in this fiscal year.
Further questions from the commission? The hearing none. Madam Clerk, advance to the voting screen, please. Commissioners, cast your votes. Anyone like to change your vote? Hearing no request to change the vote, Madam Clerk, would you please announce the vote?
24 yes votes.
Now, down to item number 14, consideration of resolution 2025-12-08, authorize the prepayment of certain outstanding debt obligations. Madam Clerk, would you please advance to the voting screen? Commissioners, would you please cast your votes? Would anyone like to change their vote? Hearing no request to change the vote, Madam Clerk, would you please announce the vote?
24 yes votes.
Resolution is properly adopted. Thank you, and thank you, Scott.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're now to the next item of business, which is consideration of resolution 2025-12-09, which is to amend appropriate funds to various nonprofit organizations which benefit Sevier County and its citizens. You have that resolution before you. This resolution.
You skipped 08.
No, we voted on it.
Got 8.
Interfund loan was 07. 08's the prepayment of the debt. Do we?
Just did.
Okay, sorry.
We just voted on that.
Y'all faster than I was talking.
We have not voted on the prepayment of the debt.
Book says no.
We did the interview.
We voted on it, we just
Oh,
took comment.
There's no comment on that.
Screen, so if you get
Okay, I'm looking at 08 here, and it's passed.
I thought we did the intercom. I thought that.
We're good? That side means we're good, right? Okay, now we're on item number 15, which is the appropriate funds to various nonprofits. You have that resolution before you. That has been recommended by the Budget Committee. This appropriates some money along with the cities are appropriating money as well to the Sevier County Food Ministries. So, Madam Clerk, would you please advance to the voting screen? We have a motion and a second. Now do we have discussion or questions concerning the resolution? Okay, hearing none, Madam Clerk, would you please advance the resolution for action? Commissioners, would you please cast your votes? Anyone like to change your vote? Hearing no request to change the vote, Madam Clerk, would you please announce the vote?
24 yes votes.
24 yes votes. Resolution been properly adopted. We are now on item number 16, consideration of resolution 2025-12-10, authorize the county mayor to execute all necessary documents to grant an easement on parcel 048EA 001.02. Madam Clerk, would you please bring that resolution to the floor for action? And I don't know who wants to, Matt Rudder, explain what this resolution is about.
Yes, so this is a sewer easement for a development off Bob Hollow Road in the city of Sevierville. So it's been passed through their planning commission, and the Sevierville Board of Mayor and Aldermen have already approved this sewer easement. So since we jointly own the senior center property with the city of Sevierville, we need your all's approval in addition to the Sevierville Board of Mayor and Aldermen to grant this easement so that they can put their sewer line in for that particular development. The original development, or the original sewer easement request actually went through a future parking expansion for us at the senior center, so we had them move that to the, as far on the western portion of our parcel as we could, which is an area of the property that we won't ever be able to build on anyways, so we feel comfortable with this easement. This comes to you as a recommendation from the Intergovernmental Committee. So.
Question.
Matt, is this development, is it in the city or the county?
It's in the city of Sevierville.
It's already been annexed? All of it?
Yeah, this parcel is. It's at the very edge of the city of Sevierville, but this portion is in their city limits.
Other questions or comments? Okay, Madam Clerk, if you advance the resolution to the voting screen. Commissioners, would you cast your votes? Anyone like to change their vote? Hearing no request to change the vote, Madam Clerk, would you please announce the vote?
24 yes votes.
Resolution been properly adopted. Item number 17, consideration of resolution 2025-12-11, which is request General Assembly to support legislation to include funding for Senate Bill 1080 and House Bill 0649. Madam Clerk, would you please bring this resolution to the floor for consideration? We have a motion and a second to approve the resolution. Now do we have discussion or question concerning the resolution?
Mr. Chairman, I would request that we reach out to our lobbyists, that we have perhaps get this investigation for us. And kind of look, it's really done there. I think it's something that we, as London, need to really push hard. There's just some brains out there that we can use for stuff.
That's correct, Commissioner Martin, and our intention is to make this part of our legislative request to Mr. McMahon and his group. What? Meet with him. Anytime you want to. We give them a list. Of legislation that we're interested either in supporting or opposing, and you can add to that list, but certainly if you all would like to meet with them, that would be fine. We can request Mr. McMahon to have a meeting with y'all. Other questions or comments? If not, Madam Clerk, would you please bring the resolution to the floor for action? Commissioners, would you please cast your votes? Would anyone like to change their vote? Hearing no request to change the vote, Madam Clerk, would you please announce the vote?
24 yes votes.
Okay, resolution been properly adopted. We are down to notaries now, Madam Clerk.
33 notaries.
33 notaries. Madam Clerk, would you please advance to the notaries? You have a listing in your packet of the notaries that clerk is recommending for you to adopt. Do a motion second to approve the notaries. Do we have any questions or comments? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, would you please advance the voting screen? Anyone like to change their vote? Hearing no request to change the vote, Madam Clerk, would you please announce the vote?
24 yes votes.
Notaries are adopted. We're down to other business now. Under other business, I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And it's fast approaching here in Sevier County. So certainly we wish not only the commission but our citizens that now and in the coming year. And any other thing other business? If not, we're down to public comment, and I do have one person that's requested. I don't know if they're here tonight or not. We have a Sandra Reed here. So we are down to adjournment. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. We have a motion. We have a second. All in favor of adjourning, please rise. We're adjourned.